amazing friends! It's me, Mrs. Puzzle Piece, where every piece matters, especially you. Today, we are talking about something very important. Something that can help you feel calm when learning feels hard. Today, we are learning about learning at your own pace. Every brain learns differently. Some brains learn very quickly. Some brains learn slowly and carefully. Some brains like to practice the same thing many times. And some brains like to explore step by step. And do you know something amazing? All of those ways of learning are good ways. Learning is not a race. Learning is a journey. When people race, everyone tries to finish first. But learning is not about finishing first. Learning is about understanding. Learning is about practicing. And learning is about growing. Sometimes you might see another child finish something before you. They might finish a worksheet faster. They might read a sentence faster. They might answer a question faster. And that might make you wonder something. You might think, why am I slower? But being slower does not mean you are not smart. It does not mean you cannot learn. It only means your brain is learning in its own special way. Some of the greatest learners in the world learned slowly. They practiced, they tried again, and they kept going. Your brain might like to think carefully. Your brain might like to understand every little detail. Your brain might like to practice many times. And those are wonderful learning strengths. Sometimes autistic children learn in unique ways. They might focus deeply. They might remember details very clearly. They might think about ideas very carefully. And those abilities can become powerful strengths. Learning at your own pace means giving your brain the time it needs. It means practicing when something feels tricky. It means asking for help when you need it. And asking for help is something very smart learners do. When you ask for help, you are helping your brain grow. You are learning new strategies. You are discovering new ways to understand things. Sometimes learning something new can feel frustrating. You might feel confused. You might feel stuck. You might feel like giving up. But those feelings happen to everyone. Even adults feel that way when they learn new things. When that happens, it helps to take a deep breath. It helps to slow down. And it helps to remember something very important. You are learning. And learning takes time. Think about learning to ride a bike. The first time someone tries riding a bike, it can feel hard. They might wobble, they might fall, they might need help. But after practicing, they begin to balance, they begin to pedal, and soon they are riding all by themselves. Learning works the same way. The first try might feel tricky. The second try might feel a little easier. And after practicing many times, your brain begins to understand. That is how learning grows. Your pace is your pace, and your pace is the right pace for you. Some children take big learning steps. Some children take small learning steps. But every step is progress. Every time you practice, your brain is growing. Every time you try again, your brain is getting stronger. Every time you keep going, you are becoming a stronger learner. So if something feels hard today, that does not mean it will always feel hard. It only means your brain is still learning, and your brain is amazing at learning. It just needs patience. It needs practice. And it needs time. Learning at your own pace is something to be proud of. It means you are thinking carefully. It means you are growing step by step. and it means your brain is doing important work. So remember something very important. You do not have to rush. You do not have to compare yourself to others. You only need to keep learning. Because your brain is growing every single day.
Sometimes when people learn at different speeds, they start comparing themselves to others.
They might look around the classroom. They might notice someone finishing first. And they might start to feel worried. But comparing yourself to others can make learning feel stressful. And learning should not feel like a competition. Everyone's brain grows in its own way. And every brain needs its own amount of time. Think about plants growing in a garden. Some plants grow very quickly. They sprout up fast and tall. Other plants grow slowly. They take their time pushing through the soil. But that does not mean the slow plants are doing something wrong. They are still growing. They are still becoming strong. They are just growing at their own pace. And people are just like those plants. We all grow differently. We all learn differently. And we all move forward in our own time. Sometimes your brain may want to repeat something many times. You might want to practice reading the same sentence. You might want to count numbers again. You might want to try a puzzle again and again. And that repetition helps your brain learn. Practice builds understanding, and understanding builds confidence. The more you practice something, the easier it becomes. Your brain begins to recognize patterns. It begins to remember steps, and it begins to feel more comfortable. Comfort helps your brain stay calm, and a calm brain learns better. So if you ever feel like something is taking a long time to learn, take a deep breath, slow down, and remind yourself, I am learning. Learning slowly is still learning. Learning step by step is still learning. And learning with patience is powerful. Sometimes when children learn at their own pace, they discover things others might miss. They notice small details. They think deeply about ideas. They build strong understanding. And that deep understanding can become a very special strength. Many inventors, artists, and scientists took their time learning. They asked questions, they practiced again and again, and they explored ideas carefully. And those careful learners changed the world. Your brain might be that kind of learner, a thinker, a careful explorer, a patient learner. And those are powerful qualities. When you learn at your own pace, you are respecting how your brain works. You are giving your mind the space it needs, and you are allowing yourself to grow in a healthy way. Growth does not have to be fast to be meaningful. Growth only needs to keep moving forward. So every small step you take matters. Every new thing you understand matters. Every time you try again matters. And those small steps slowly build something amazing. They build knowledge, they build confidence, they build strength. And one day you might look back and realize something incredible. Something that once felt difficult now feels easy. That is the power of patience. That is the power of practice. And that is the power of learning at your own pace. So keep trying, keep practicing, and keep believing in your amazing brain. Because your brain is growing every single day. And that growth is something to celebrate. If you liked learning with me, ask a grown-up to like, follow, and subscribe to Mrs. Puzzle Piece. Because every piece matters. Especially you. And remember, you are special. You are smart. You are amazing. You make me proud. I love you just the way you are. I am here for you. Always and forever. Bye!